He was called a monster by his own mother, ridiculed by his family and ignored by the Roman elite. Claudius was the man no one believed capable of leadership. To his contemporaries, he was weak, clumsy, and unfit for any position of power. Yet this was the man who rose to the throne during one of the most chaotic periods in Roman history and became one of its most efficient and innovative emperors. Imagine living in the shadow of figures like Augustus, Tiberius, and Caligula, only to be seen as a joke. That was Claudius's childhood and youth. But when Rome needed leadership the most, it was Claudius who restored order, expanded its borders, and proved that no one should be underestimated. Today, we'll explore Claudius's incredible journey, from his isolated and humiliating childhood to his reign marked by achievements, reforms, and betrayals. Get ready for a story filled with intrigue, resilience, and twists that will keep you hooked until the end. Oh, and before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us bring you even more fascinating stories like this one. The beginning of an underestimated life. Claudius was born in 10 BCE in Lugdunum, in Gaul, what is now Lyon, France. He was a member of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, one of the most powerful families in Roman history. He was the grandnephew of Augustus and the grandson of Mark Antony and Livia. For anyone else in this lineage, greatness would seem inevitable. But for Claudius, it was the beginning of a life of contempt and humiliation. From an early age, he suffered from health issues that made him a target for ridicule and prejudice. He stuttered, had involuntary movements, and struggled with walking. His mother, Antonia Minor, referred to him as a monster and claimed he was unfinished by nature. His grandmother, Livia, one of Rome's most influential women, avoided him altogether. The disdain for Claudius wasn't limited to his family. He was kept away from public life and treated as incapable. Yet what few realized was that this isolation allowed Claudius to become one of the most educated men in Rome. While his relatives were engrossed in political intrigue and military conquests, Claudius immersed himself in the study of history, politics, law, and foreign languages. He became a true intellectual, even though no one believed he would ever use that knowledge. Chaos in Rome and Claudius's rise to power. While Claudius was ignored, Rome faced a period of chaos. In 37 CE, Caligula, Claudius's nephew, ascended to the throne. Although his reign began with promise, Caligula quickly became known for his cruelty and erratic behavior. He alienated the Senate, the army, and even the Roman people, plunging Rome into an unprecedented political crisis. In 41 CE, Caligula's reign came to a violent end. He was assassinated by members of the Praetorian Guard, leaving a power vacuum in Rome. During the ensuing chaos, Claudius was found hiding behind a curtain, fearing for his life. To his shock, the guards declared him emperor. Why Claudius? He seemed like a safe choice. To the Senate, he was easy to manipulate. To the soldiers, he was a legitimate name from the Julio-Claudian dynasty. And to the people, he was a neutral figure in a time of tension. And so, the man no one expected to lead was elevated to the throne of the world's greatest empire. The surprising rule of Claudius. When Claudius assumed power, many believed he would be a mere puppet, but he quickly proved them wrong. His first priority was to stabilize the empire, and he achieved this by reorganizing the administration and consolidating control over the provinces. Claudius was meticulous and valued the work of experts, something rare among rulers of his time. He was also a great conqueror. In 43 CE, he ordered the invasion of Britain, a military campaign that was a resounding success. Under his leadership, Rome established dominance over the region, building fortresses and consolidating its presence in a strategic territory. The conquest of Britain was one of Claudius's greatest achievements and cemented his reputation as a respected leader. Claudius also invested in infrastructure. He oversaw the construction of aqueducts, ports, and roads that strengthened the economy and ensured food supplies for Rome. Additionally, he was a pioneer in integrating the provinces, allowing non-Roman citizens to participate in imperial politics. a revolutionary move for his time. Intrigues and the fall of Claudius. Despite his accomplishments, Claudius was not immune to palace intrigue. His marriage to Messalina was marked by scandal. Messalina was known for her ambition and betrayals, and her behavior ultimately led to her execution after being accused of conspiring against her own husband. Afterwards, Claudius married Agrippina, an equally ambitious but far more dangerous woman. Agrippina had a clear plan to ensure her son Nero would take the throne. To achieve this, she began manipulating Claudius, removing potential successors, and consolidating her own power. In 54 CE, Claudius died suddenly. Many historians believe he was poisoned by Agrippina, though there is no conclusive evidence. His death paved the way for Nero, ending the reign of one of Rome's most underestimated emperors. Claudius is proof that determination and knowledge can overcome any prejudice. He was underestimated for his appearance and health issues, but he ruled Rome with wisdom and courage. His administrative reforms, military conquests, and investments in infrastructure secured his place in history as one of the greatest emperors of the Roman Empire. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us bring you even more amazing content like this. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.